Hi, WO4, WO5. Those of you who got your outline in on Sunday afternoon and evening are getting this video to let you know that the informative outline has certain things I've said repeatedly in feedback to some of your peers who got it in earlier. If you look at the very, very top, the focus is all about informing us the benefits of the business, organization, or resource that you have chosen in your local area. So you need to identify the organization or the business, right? You need to identify your local area, and you need to somewhere in there use that term benefits. With that in your head, you then are giving a focus. What do you want your audience to know or be able to do? By you writing that down, you can change how you shape your work. So check your outline. If you said, I'm wanting them to be aware of I want them to understand the benefits of this particular organization to our area, or I want them to know the need that we have. You see how the paper could be crafted differently? If you say, I want them to be able to know the benefits and know how to volunteer. You see how your message might be changed differently? See if that changes the focus of what you've already composed in your outline plan. Check that out. Listing for the visuals is all about listing for you. So you will say, have these things at hand. You can use it like a checklist. Now let's get into the body. Your intro can use one good line, one good statistic, one good statement, one good story, to share the attention getter, to draw people in, and to share who you are as a speaker and how you're connected to the topic for your credibility. It's even better if you can layer the support. Check out the support tools in our toolbox chart and see if you can toss in a story, put in some statistic, add a quote that somebody said about the organization or something. Show a little short video clip. Remember, maybe 30 seconds or less, but still can grab hearts and minds to introduce us to that organization or to that need. So you got your attention getter and your credibility. The next thing is thesis. Everybody so far has gotten that right for the ones that I've looked at. This organization benefits this local area. That's your thesis this time. It's also your restatement when you get down to the bottom with the three main points, the three main benefits. So thesis preview is this business benefits this area in this way, and this way. Once you get intro and layer, and then say it out there, you have got a start now for your body. The body, one thing I have to keep saying to a few people is use our transition sheet words. You're going to probably say the transition and main point together. For example, the first is a transition. The first benefit of having this organization in our area is, and you list that benefit. Make each of your main points a sentence. Under each of those, you're going to have more than one line. You're going to maybe tell a story, give an example, use the chart, support tools in our toolbox. And part of that support's probably going to be planned citations. The next big thing that I said on the outline feedbacks was plan out exactly how you're going to say your sources. We have samples for that. You've looked at the exemplars. I often said that. Go look at the exemplars because those need to be planned out how you're going to say. And the yellow highlight not only lets Morphew be able to count if you've got all five and to see if they're shaped properly. So I know that it's an authority. That source is a good authority. You say it in a good way. So I know that it's a credible, believable source. You say, according to this source, and then you give the little statement or the story. Or you say, this source reports this, or that source shows this. You feel me? All right, so those are feedbacks that I tend to give and points I tend to take off. Then it gets down to the conclusion. Conclusions have no new information. You got a transition word that says, hey, I'm about done. You have your restatement, which is your thesis or central idea, and those 3 points. This business in this local area benefits this local area in this way, and this way. And then you have a closer. Sometimes the closer line is actually something that you've said earlier, because conclusions, no new information. If you started out that Young Williams is a great and beneficial animal shelter and in Knoxville, then you tell a story about Petey the snake, or somebody Rover the dog or something, and then you get down to the closer, you can refer back to Petey. You feel me? All right, I've given you the feedback that I tend to give. One of the big things that took up a lot of points is works cited, but what I say for that is, for people who are having a challenge with it, is get a second set of eyes. I'll take a lot of points off for the works cited, but mostly I just want to know that you've got 5 good sources, you know how to shape them for your academic writing, and you match them up. If you say have it down here in your works cited, then you got it up here stated, and use it in your body of your paper, your plan, your speech plan. As you record, remember to grab our hearts and our minds. If you've got visuals, feel free to use them. It's only 4 to 6 minutes. You're playing with new technology sometimes. If you want to pop into office hours, come and see me.